Which of these three products will be the best one for you to get started with today if you want to help your microbiome? Hi guys, my name is Kurt Provost, your guide to all things new skin, and as your guide to all things new skin, I figured I'd have a crack at answering that question today, since I created a few videos on the microbiome, and you can check out the most recent one here. There have been a couple of questions about which one should I get started with, because they all sound great. And that is generally a tricky question, but that's what we're here for, to help guide you through that process. So first we need to understand and appreciate the three different types of biotics that exist out there in the market. The first one are prebiotics. Now prebiotics are just the food that our microbiome loves to feed on in order to thrive. So if you're putting lots of great nutrients into your body, they are great prebiotics for your microbiome. The next one is probiotics. So probiotics are probably the most popular today, the most commonly known, and they are the living good bacteria. You can find them in things like all the fermented foods. So kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt, all these things that have some bacteria component to them, and we add them into our diet. Now, just because they're in our diet doesn't necessarily mean they're making it all the way to where they need to go. That's one of the issues that I'll speak on shortly, and that's about the resilience of the particular bacteria strain, whether or not it'll actually get to the lower intestines where it will then live out its days producing many benefits for us. So the third category are postbiotics. Postbiotics are the beneficial substances that are created from the good bacteria. So that's even if the bacteria isn't alive anymore. So if it's dead and it's an inert substance, it still has all those beneficial substances with it. So the primary benefit of postbiotics is they're extremely stable, and that's something you need for a product, because yes, there may be lots of probiotics in a product at the time of manufacturing. However, they're very fragile living things, and if the environment isn't just right, they will not make it to get into your body. So many things will die simply on the shelf, and that's where you want to have a great postbiotic where it doesn't matter if that's the case, you'll still get the beneficial substances from that. So with that in mind, let's run through these three different products in that order based on what they're assisting with. So the first one is going to be Meta. It falls into the prebiotic category, and ageLOC Meta, you've probably seen it before because it is one of the most popular products in the world today from the Nu Skin range, and that is for a very good reason. It contains a potent type of antioxidant called anthocyanin. They are the compounds that give the purple color to the foods we eat. So think of purple carrots, purple corn. I know those things aren't all that common, but they do exist out there. And you've got blackberries, they're a bit more common, bilberries, black rice, purple rice, these different things, all rich in anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are fantastic for our body. You want to go Google them, check out some of the benefits of them, because there is a long list there. But one of the interesting benefits is that they are a favorite food of our microbiome, in particular the good bacteria within our microbiome. So they fall into that prebiotic category. But who is it for? Well, the anthocyanins in this particular blend are focusing on metabolic health. So it's for anyone whose metabolic health isn't what it should be, and that unfortunately is, I would say, 95% of society, or Western society today. If you're overweight, if you're just not feeling like your metabolism is operating the way it did when you were 20 or 30, then this is going to be the product for you to really kickstart, reset that metabolic health, and feed a bunch of good bacteria for the microbiome in the process. So the next one falls into the probiotic category, and that is Probio PCC. This is one of my absolute favorite products from the Nu Skin range for a number of different reasons. The first one is it uses a rather robust and resilient strain of good bacteria. That bacteria is Lactobacillus fermentum PCC, and the reason I say it's robust is because it has been proven time and again to withstand fluctuations in temperature, fluctuations in time, from the time that it is created to the time that it gets into your body. It stays alive. That is an important component of this product because many people are taking probiotics that they are packed full of them at the time of manufacturing, but by the time they get to you, maybe even by the time you're selecting it off the shelf, it probably doesn't have that same quantity of bacteria that it claims to be. I mean, you just think about the standard courier or mail. If this is arriving in the mail, it's going to travel through so many different temperatures. It's going to be thrown around all over the place. It'll sit on a porch in the sun for half the day before you pick it up and put it inside. You want a bacteria strain that's really robust and resilient and can survive all of that. And the great news about Probiotic PCC is there's 2 billion of Lactobacillus fermentin in every single capsule, and that is at the time of taking it. And that's, most companies don't guarantee that. Most companies don't even test for that. They test just when they put the product in the packaging, not when it makes it to the end consumer. And more importantly than that, this makes it through the highly acidic realm of the gut, which generally destroys most bacteria, and so it makes it through to the lower intestines where it can then find its happy place and colonize and produce all those benefits for us that we want to have. The primary one with this being immune system benefits. So it is helping with that immune response, and you may be thinking, what does the microbiome have to do with our immune system? Well, it turns out that it has a lot to do with our immune system. A lot of the functions of the immune system originate from our digestive system, from the microbiome. And so if you are looking to supplement from a perspective of avoiding colds, avoiding viruses and things in the future, and having the most robust and resilient immune system that you possibly can have, then it makes a lot of sense to be supplementing with something that is boosting your microbiome, particularly on the immune system side. That is this one. And the final one falls into the postbiotic category. That is new biome. So it looks like this. It's actually powdered formula that you just put into a glass of water and mix up, or you can put it with your smoothie or a juice or a protein shake, whatever it is that you want to do, however you want to ingest this product. It's a very nice flavor, very easy. It also falls into the prebiotic category, so it's sitting in those two, the first and the last category. And what it is dealing with primarily is digestion. It's assisting with the good digestion through the use of beneficial postbiotics, and it's helping with things like bloating, discomfort, irritation after eating things that you know you probably shouldn't have, irritable bowel syndrome, all these different things that many people suffer from. That's going to be your go-to. If it's anything to do with digestion, then I would kick things off with this. Now, the beauty of these 3 products is that you can actually use all 3 of them at the same time. They do complement each other, but I recognize that that's not always possible, and you may have to make a choice based on just one to start with. So metabolic health, you're going to have the immune system with the probiotic, and you're going to have the digestive system with your postbiotic new biome. Alright guys, that's all for today. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps the algorithm, and be sure to leave a comment if you've got further questions, or you can reach me directly through Facebook, Instagram at Kurt Provost, or my email at kurtnewskin@gmail.com, and I'll chat to you directly there. Alright, ciao guys.